City Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It is Color Rush Sweet 16 playoffs between the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs.
One of the loudest venues in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
Lamar Jackson is with the Giants, and Drew Lock is with the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see who's going to take this game. Playoffs, Sweet 16 starts next. It's going to be a tough for Drew Lock, but I think they can do something against the Giants' defense. It's not strong.
It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson looking to throw right away. They'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Giants were a bad team last season, did not make the playoffs.
Open man left side, it's a tight end, man hurts. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Chiefs lost Chris Jones, and his team won. Chris Jones.
Right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Probably going to be a running play.
Play action. It's
oh,
Jackson.
fooled me.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
This could be a very good game here, folks.
Right at the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Nice play. Great catch. Good catch.
He's got the first down.
If he would have held on to his feet, he would have had a touchdown.
They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, Jackson.
Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, Giants. Chris Manhertz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
Andy Reid is not happy with that one.
Number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Let's see what Drew Lock can do with the Kansas City Chiefs. He looked very good in the first game this season.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Don't you know?
So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here come Drew.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They keep it on the ground.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Young.
Oh, that's Bryce Young.
That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going.
I made a mistake.
Right about
Not Drew Lock, it's Bryce Young.
Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Looking to throw, Young. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Young. That one caught by Rice.
He looks to be having pretty a protection.
Defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Out to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Dana showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that a lesson that's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy.
Crowd getting very loud.
The defense won.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. To Sean Wharton in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Chiefs on the warpath.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Chicks love the deep ball.
After giving up a touchdown on the opening drive, just 1 first down per minute and then out.
It's from the Cubs. Wrigley Field. Harry Carey used to say that.
No room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
And Chiefs held out. Now let's see what Bryce Young can do.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Well, both teams filling each other out, but the Giants have a 7-0 lead against the Chiefs.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Bryce Young looked good in the last game. Let's see what he can do here against the Giants.
Now here's Young. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Now Young.
Heating up.
Pass taken in by P-Ryan. And they'll get this one down to about the
Chiefs
20-yard line.
beat Jacksonville 31-28. And Bryce Young looked very good. He's got a beautiful ball. Pause. The way that ball is coming out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Young to throw it.
Giants on the blitz.
Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll throw again. Young.
They are actually getting pressure on the quarterback. That's beautiful to
I
see.
think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
He's got to have that
They'll
quick
motion the
release.
tight end across the formation. Young now.
Touchdown.
Taken in by his
Chiefs.
touchdown.
That is not Travis Kelce. He's picked up. Wait a minute. That is him.
15-yard touchdown grab.
They still got him. They can still win.
Point away now from tying this ball game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more
I don't
so
think
because these
Kelce's going to be
tight
there
ends
next
aren't
season.
necessarily the
He's
tight
going
ends
somewhere
of old.
else.
They're the rocked up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
Butker.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nice run back.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Let's see what Lamar Jackson can do.
Solid return, nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if
They
you
should-
punt, then you change the field position, right? You flip the field
Wide
a
open.
little bit. They didn't get that
He's
done.
made Lake
This
Neighbors.
time they lost string
First
together.
down
Nice
for the New York
drive.
Giants.
Helped themselves out.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional
Rack yards.
So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Or when you're in high school, they put you wherever they want you to put. They put you at. I know that for a fact. Let's see if they run the ball here. They don't.
Jackson now.
They pass. Another completion.
Throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little
He's fired up
down
now.
inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
There's the running play.
Athleticism,
Nice
great
little run there.
coordination, guys who know how
Nick
to control
Chubb.
their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, the Giants they had the number 1 draft, and they had 2 picks, and they picked Lamar Jackson and Nick Chubb, and that's why their offense is on fire. Some teams already have a quarterback and a running back that they can't play. They can't win.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Receiver going to tell Lamar Jackson, don't throw the ball in the middle like that again.
It's another
Trying to get me
zone
killed?
defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And a good
This Giant
run
offense
there.
is looking very good. When they first played last season, they looked.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I didn't call you.
The defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defense.
First and 10.
Boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Lamar Jackson, quick release. Gains about 6 yards. 5-6 yards.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going.
Probably a handoff, no?
Going to a secondary target for
Who knows what they're going to do here?
That wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
It will be a handoff. We have another first down at about the 5.
And said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about
2-minute warning coming up.
And his feet never stop moving.
One receiver out wide.
Jackson.
Play action fake. Touchdown. No, he dropped it.
It's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
You got a tight end. You can win some ball games because they can block, and then they can catch when they cover the receivers.
On second and goal.
They should not run the ball. They pass the ball. Touchdown, Giants. This is a good game here so far. Offensive showcase.
5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Now they be quiet. Well, it's a beautiful catch, beautiful throw. Giants lead 13-7, and they're probably going to make it 14-7 on this extra point. Good drive
For the extra point.
by the Chiefs. Make that the Giants.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
The Chiefs lost Pat Mahomes last season, this season through free agency. And they also lost Chris Jones on the defensive side of the ball.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it's showing. These are not the Tennessee Titans.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Young to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
I like what I'm seeing out of the Giant defense. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. It doesn't look like they're just getting blocked and they're just standing still.
And kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs will use the
He's one player who will not be there next season. Will definitely be picked up by somebody else. This could be his last game as a Chief. They are the number 1 seed.
In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing, Young. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38.
Plenty of time still left.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Young. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Giants defense, I told you.
6 on the play.
Uh-oh.
And it's second down.
Giants defense is a little suspect. Offense is the key for them to win this game.
And in this case, that's exactly what
And they need a turnover.
Let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here is Young.
Going deep. And it was almost intercepted.
Ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys.
You don't want the field goal. You want a touchdown here.
Downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Buying time to his left.
Bryce Young.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
There we go. There's 22 ticks left. You need to pass the ball instead of the run.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Don't want no field goal.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
You got that right, Pat.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Quick release. This is it's going to be short on the 1st down. They got to call the timeout. So they have to throw the ball in the end zone.
They'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Look for Kelsey.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Young.
Can't run the ball.
And that is incomplete. 7
When he out of
remaining.
the pocket?
The Giants defense
Okay.
that time in pass coverage.
Oh, that's actually good. If he's out the pocket.
Scan the field there. It felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Howard handle.
Here's Pacheco to begin.
Pacheco. I was about to say, how will Bryce Young handle the second half in a close game and they trail? These are not the Tennessee Titans, the team they beat last time.
Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
In our next game, we will have Buffalo and New England.
Looking to throw, Young.
Knocked down.
They're going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Young. They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Good defensive tackle.
He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already.
Right here is the key drive for the New York Giants to win this ball game. If they can go down the field and score a touchdown, I think they will win this game. If they get a field goal, it's iffy.
Because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he gets this to the
It is a great thing to have a quarterback know exactly where he wants to throw that ball, not somebody who hesitates and holds the ball to the last second. Though sometimes that's a good quarterback who does that.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
If they get the 1st down, they can get that clock keep moving. 1st down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they convert.
Well, Chris Jones is no longer here, so
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like
Chris Jones was drafted in free agency.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can
By the Falcons.
Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
In the first half, he was
The Falcons did make the playoffs, so they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
You gotta feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Nice.
Throw pulled in by Bellinger, and he'll be brought down with a first.
Chiefs does not look the same without Chris Jones.
13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
There's a fumble, and the Chiefs have the ball, and they stop the Giants from going ahead in this game by more than a touchdown. Well, the question is, was he down? Let's look at it one more time. ball is out of his hands. There's no challenge at the moment. Will that set Bryce Young on fire?
The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Houston Texans won the Super Bowl in the first season.
They've got good starting field position.
They were eliminated in the first round this season.
35-yard line. In motion, the tight end Kelsey. Young now after the fumble recovery.
Bryce Young got pressure.
And incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on 2nd and 10.
It's Young off play action.
Right in the middle. Beautiful pass.
Over the middle, Worthy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't know if Bryce Young is going to be on another team this season. I mean, next season. Because I don't think he's established enough to do that. They might keep him.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Tennessee Titans will be the number 1 team to get Pat Mahomes.
It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying.
Let's see what Pat Mahomes is doing.
Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Pat Mahomes is in Carolina, and they made the playoffs.
3rd down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after.
Tennessee,
they have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right
Tennessee
there.
has Joe Burrow as their quarterback.
On 3rd down.
They don't need a quarterback.
In motion, the tight end Kelsey. From the shotgun, it's Young.
Another completed pass to Kelsey. First down. Now right here, the Giants are in trouble as we're getting close to the 4th quarter. That fumble could be the loss that they shouldn't have had.
A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
Young working out of the gun. Dances by at the 20. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Again, it's Young.
And touchdown, Chiefs. Bryce Young.
Rashee Rice from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Giants, they made that big mistake with the fumble.
On that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the fans about to go crazy after this kickoff. Just extra point.
Extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. That's capped off. Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson now. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Another pass complete to Bellinger.
This is why Lamar Jackson is here. I don't think he's going to be here next season with the Giants. Of course, he's going to be on the move. The Giants will get whoever the other team has to give in free agency. And Tennessee does not need him. So where's the option next? Looking at the draft board.
Jackson to throw.
Another big play. Giants, if they get a touchdown, they take the lead.
Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'm trying to get my paperwork together to figure out who's going to play. Who's going to get the draft pick. The Patriots. No.
That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Wait a minute. That's not true.
Here's Jackson.
Tennessee's already in the playoffs this year.
Short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's taken down inside the
Jacksonville.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stop.
We'll get the first pick.
Step aside and get an update when we return.
Is Trevor Lawrence their quarterback? Oh my God. Oh my God, Jacksonville is going to be a hot commodity next year. Jacksonville already has Saquon Barkley. And with their second pick, they got T.J. Watt. They're loaded.
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Jacksonville will get... They're loaded with Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley on the same team, and they already got T.J. Watt on defense. Jacksonville is going to be that team who's lost 2 straight games that rises.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he is met at
This is some questionable play calling by the New York Giants offensive coordinator.
No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly
If the Chiefs hold him here, this could be the ball game. Play action. Lamar Jackson trying to run. He gets nowhere. His bugaboo must be the Kansas City Chiefs. He just cannot beat the Chiefs.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there.
Yeah. Here's the chance at a tie. Kick is up.
Gano's kick is good.
That's good.
In the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
What a game this is, 17-17. This is what you have when you have playoff teams. They show up.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Nice return to about 34-yard line.
Solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the
Bryce Young looked like a seasoned quarterback now when he came to Kansas City.
Offense rolling right now.
Who wants it more? The Giants or the Chiefs? I told you that the Giants offense was kind of suspect. Let's see what happens here.
Have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now Young.
What a catch by Travis Kelce.
Start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Giants will have a home game next season. There's a running play by Pacheco. They're getting close to the first down. They're getting close to the first down and field goal territory. Getting close to the 2-minute warning.
Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Pat Mahomes is not here, but he's still in the playoffs where on the team he's with. Another first down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2-minute warning coming up. 2 minutes warning. Lamar Jackson. That one fumble that they had will probably determine their fate.
Getting down to the good stuff. All time.
And the Giants
2 minutes remaining.
might lose a couple of players. Malik Neighbors could be gone next year. And Lamar Jackson.
First and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
What a run! Boom!
Down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They are definitely in field goal range. If you're the Giants, do you start calling timeouts now?
Should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Giants need to call timeouts. What are they playing?
All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll take
Got to call a timeout now.
4, second down coming up. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
If he gets another first down, this game is definitely going to be over.
The Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, 3rd and 2, if they keep it on the ground and they don't get the first down, you have 1 timeout left to stop the clock. You do not pass the ball, but let's see what they do. They run the ball. They will have a first down. The Giants are going to go down. And the Chiefs will move on.
They'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
It's pretty much over, folks. All they have to do is get that field goal. Giants had this game, but they just lost it. They couldn't protect Lamar Jackson.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now,
Time ringing out. Tick, tick,
nice,
tick.
You've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The worst thing right now would be a fumble by Pacheco.
Talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done.
So Lamar Jackson won't be here next season.
And get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about
He's going to be in, I think, Jacksonville. And it's a touchdown. They should have let him score.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So the field goal unit is
kick
on
is up.
The field, as this is a big spot right here.
And it is good.
This for the win. And his kick is good.
Is there 1 second? And the Chiefs win.
Taking the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident.
So the Chiefs will go on to the 3rd round again.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And with time of factor here,
Last season, they were in the 3rd round.
At the 25.
You're not taking a knee, going for the Hail Mary. That's all you got.
This is 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson.
Here it is.
Throw deep downfield.
Oh, what a catch! But there's no time left in the game. He doesn't have. If only he had 1 second left, and the Giants would have had a chance for a tie at the field goal.
This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who had a halftime. And now is leaving here. No, they let a win slip through their fingers.
No Pat Mahomes. No Chris Jones, and they still keep winning. What a game.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.
So long, everybody.